Howdy everyone, Poacher here with an Age of Magic video, and in today's video we're moving into the first round of the AI Championships. We have Drunk Sailor going up against Belgarath. Drunk Sailor has a few votes, Belgarath has, I don't think, any votes on him. So if he wins, better for us, better for Playcott, because they don't have to give out rewards if he gets to the end. So, I don't know, but a very interesting pool of heroes that was selected. I'd like to remind everyone that these heroes are completely random. I have a wheel with every hero's name on it. I spin it, and this is what it shoots out. 20 names. These are the heroes they have to select from. And you can see that it's actually very, very healer heavy. We've got Jean, we've got Crowley, Lucky, Belladonna, we've got Sacrif and Hylia. So very, very heavy healing wise. Some nice damage dealers. We got Seven Knives, Wukong. The thing to notice here, though, is there's a Danae, Bellara, and Swamp Killer. So if you're able to get the Danae leader with either of these characters, that's going to be a huge boost to your team. There is an Abaddon, but there is only one Renegade on the field. So to pair them both up will be a little bit difficult. Other than that, there's no other heavy synergies that stand out. You obviously have Lucky, Belladonna, and Seven Knives, which are immensely powerful, versatile, or universal, heroes. And yeah, but we'll go into the bans and selections, and we'll talk a little bit about the process. So let me bring that up now. So here we go, and it was Belgarath, I believe, who selected first. So let me bring up their chat. We'll go through the process. Yeah, Belgarath was able to select first. Now, as you can see, the bands, pretty standard bands. We've got the Danae band. Danae band almost eliminating the use of these two heroes significantly. Belladonna, easy ban. You do not want to run the risk of your opponent getting the Belladonna. Jean, another standard ban, a very strong healer. She can do insane amounts of damage, insane amounts. Tiona ban, you do not want the static. However, she doesn't have any other witches except Belladonna. Oh no, never mind. She actually has a lot of heroes she can work with. She can work with Belladonna and Flame. If you were able to get those three heroes, that's an easy win. Easy win. You can see why these bans have gone through. So, going over the selection process, we started with Belgarath. He was able to pick first. He went with a Seven Knives pick straight off the bat. I think that's a smart pick, but it's leaving the field open. And then came Drunk, who went with... Honestly, I was talking to Drunk and Bell when they were making their selections, and when Drunk's turn came around, he picked the two characters I was thinking of picking if it was me playing as well. He went for the Siegfried and the Lucky. Siegfried, obviously, able to take that first bit of damage, unless someone can get rid of his taunt. Seven Knives, for example. I think Seven Knives can. No, maybe he can't. It's been so long since I've used Seven Knives. But yeah, definitely go for Siegfried and Lucky. It's going to give Siegfried that, your team that ability to just get some of their abilities out before they're eliminated. So Siegfried's going to take a bit of the damage, and you've got Lucky's going to give defensive boosts, healing, and revive. So real smart pick there. Then we went through back to Bell, who got another two picks. He went Swamp Killer and Flame. So Flame's going to be able to perform a lot of damage depending on her own health, since she doesn't have any other witches or Firestorm squad members on the team. So I wasn't a fan of the Swamp Killer pick. I think there are better heroes on the field. Swamp Killer able to perform a lot of damage, able to evade a lot, but it's very, very RNG without the Danae. She's going to dodge a lot, yes, but she's also going to miss a lot. So you're banking real heavily on the attacks coming through. Then we had Drunk, who went with Tanita and Softy. So I am a fan. I like that pick. Tanita, the ability to do a lot of damage very quickly, and without the Siegfried on the field, he's going to hit someone. So if it would be a bit different if Bell had the Siegfried and Tanita wasted all his abilities on the Siegfried. With Tanita, once his abilities are used, he's a useless character. He doesn't do a lot of damage. It's his abilities that do a lot of damage. But Softy, I think, would have personally been one of my earlier picks. Softy can use anti-healing. Really good with this board, especially with all the healers. he can use ability lockdown. Remember, this is being used by the AI, but he's able to lock down characters' damaging abilities, which gives a bit of leniency to your team, taking a lot of pressure off. Then we had Bell come in with the Sacrif. Smart choice, I think, against the Softie as well. She's going to be able to get rid of those debuffs and prevent debuffs. And then the Abaddon. Now, yeah, very interesting choice. No real comment. We went, yeah, so those were the main picks. Then we went into the subs. So the AI Championships is working a little bit different in this Season 4, where the subs aren't really subs. The player can choose any of their 7 characters in the first match they want, but we still count them as subs. So we have the Belgarath for Drunk, Belgarath, and Infernus was his 5th choice, which I think is really good. Good damage dealer. And then the Raspit. Remember, Raspit works well with any rogue. So, I mean, if you had the Swamp Killer, you could potentially trigger the mark and get a lot of bleeding out. And, yeah, so... yeah, we went Belgarath and Raspit for the subs there. And on Bell's side, we went the Hillier and Mordrake. So, Mordrake, interesting. Hillier, just more support, more healing. So very interesting selection of heroes. Now going into their team lineups, what are they using to begin with? We have, let me find their conversations. Bell is going to be entering the first round with Seven Knives, Swamp Killer, Mordrake, Hillier, and Sacrif. Drunk is going to be heading into the first match with Siegfried, Lucky, Tanita, Softie, and Infernus. So we'll jump into the match now, and we'll see how these two teams perform. Okay, so jumping into battle, and Swamp Killer moves first, misses though, and the slow comes out from Mordrake. Good AoE, Seven Knives doing some damage on that Siegfried, but as you can see, he's quite tanky. He's not a huge amount of damage. Sakura comes through, gets rid of the... oh no, she goes for the heal. So the invulnerability not out yet, as the Siegfried is coming quite low, and he's taken out. He's taken out as the Hillier goes through the final move. Lucky on the field, she's going to use the Resurrect though. That Siegfried doesn't have the taunt. Sakura taking a lot of damage, removes the debuffs from Bell, as Drunk Sailor's team gets a defensive buff. Now, the defensive buff from Siegfried and Lucky is going to give his team a lot of survivability, but his team is in a worse spot than Bell, as Bell takes out Softie and Lucky very close to dying. She's taking a lot of hits. There's a lot of heal on Belgarath's team, but a lot of damage as well. The damage from Drunk's team is staggered. It's not very quick, and as you can see, it's no match for Bell's setup. As Sacrif is still on the field, as his team has tried to take her out and it's made no success. The Siegfried, on the only one left on the field, he's survived, sure, but he's not done that much for his team, as Belgarath takes a staggering 5-character win. All his characters survive. Drunk Sailor eliminated first round. We're going to take the battle over the contenders now, and they're going to have a look at this and decide whether or not they want to sub anyone out of their team and replace it with any of the other characters left in their setup. Remember, they have 7 characters to pick from, so they can sub any out, but the first round goes to Bell. We'll move into the second round now. Going into the second round of Bell versus Drunk, and Drunk has taken out his Infernus and put in Belgarath. Will it make a difference? We will find out, as Sacrif is going to go ahead and heal. No, yep, heal. Is that the heal? I can never tell. Or is it the... no, it's definitely not the debuff protection, because she is now put to sleep, as the Siegfried takes a lot of damage. He is eliminated, and Lucky Sam will come around. She resurrects Siegfried, putting her back in action, but they need to take out Sacrif. If they can take out Sacrif, maybe they stand a chance, and that Lucky needs to heal, but unfortunately is not able to. Out comes another hit. Hillier gets the heal off. Sacrif just not going down. She is taking so much damage, and it looks like it is over for Drunk. It may be a little too early to call it, but the team just has so much going for it. Now, Sacrif has put the res on herself as well, so she's going to survive a little longer, as Belgarath nearly was able to help force her out of the picture, but unfortunately, the Lucky just couldn't hang on and get the heal off, and then the team just crumbled from there. So, Bell is going to come through and eliminate Drunk. Drunk is officially out of the competition. Bell moving on to the next round, and that's it. That's the first round of the AI Championships. Bell taking 2 points, Drunk taking 0, and congratulations to Bell. And people probably kicking themselves. They didn't bet on you now, mate. You're doing well. So we'll move on to the next round. I forget who it is, but 2 new players coming up shortly.